Welcome back to the Physics guys, and in today's video we will discuss about one of the important concept of class 12 chapter 2 electric potential and capacitance, and the topic is equipotential surfaces. So let us start with the session. Okay, let us start with the definition of equipotential surfaces. A surface at every point of which the electric potential due to charge configuration is same is called the equipotential surfaces. Alternatively, it can also be defined as the locus of all points in a medium at which electric potential due to charge distribution is same. Basically, the equipotential surface is the surface on every point of which the value of electric potential is same. Now, if we want to draw the equipotential surface for various kind of charge configuration, then consider that equipotential surface for uniform electric field. Whenever there is a uniform electric field in the region, then electric field lines are parallel to each other. That means that the value of electric field in this region will be equal. So if I want to draw the equipotential surfaces for this case, then they are planes parallel to each other. Okay, the direction of plane and the direction of electric field both are perpendicular to each other. That means that the electric field lines are passing perpendicularly to the plane of the equipotential surface. Now look at this equipotential surface due to isolated point charges, and they are concentric circles whose center is located at the center of the charge. For the positive charge, I have shown the electric field lines with the blue marker and the equipotential surfaces with the black markers. Here I have also mentioned that the inner equipotential surface has some different value of potential, outer has some different value, and most outer has a other value. Okay, so three potential equipotential surfaces with three different values are shown for positive charge, and they are for the negative charge. As you can see that at every point of the surface, the electric field lines are passing perpendicularly to the equipotential surface. This is same for the negative charge as well. Now look at this equipotential surfaces due to pair of positive charges, that means like charges, and for dipole. As you can see that for pair of positive charges, that means like charges, electric field lines are drawn with the blue marker. Okay, because of the repulsion, the electric field lines are drawn like this. Now due to this same repulsion, what will happen? The equipotential surfaces are drawn, you can see in the figure, and they are quite closer in this region, and they are quite far apart in region between the two charges. Here the reason is obvious that both the charges are repelling each other. That's why the region in between the two charges, equipotential surfaces are further apart. Now for the dipole case, as you can see that in dipole there is a negative charge and positive charge, both have equal amount, so they will be attracting each other, and due to this attraction you can see that the electric field lines are drawn with the blue marker, and obviously equipotential surfaces are drawn in such a way that they has to be perpendicular to these blue lines, and these black circles and lines are showing the equipotential surfaces for the case of dipole. Here you can see that the region between negative charge and positive charge, the equipotential surfaces are closer to each other, whereas in the region here and here they are farther apart. Okay, now let us understand the property of equipotential surface. First property is that no work is done in moving a test charge from one point to another point on equipotential surface. In order to understand this property, consider this equipotential surface whose value of potential at every point on the surface is V. So if I select 2 points A and B, then the value of potential at A and value of potential at B will be equal. Here for our case it is V. Now I want to move a Q0 test charge from point A to point B, okay, over this equipotential surface. So work done to move Q0 from A to B will be equal to potential difference between A and B multiply with the value of charge. This is basically 10 standard definition of potential. Okay, so potential is equal to work by charge. So work is equal to potential multiply with charge. So WAB is equal to VB minus VA multiply with Q0. Since the value of potential at A point and B point is equal, so V minus V will be 0 and the entire term will lead to the value of 0. So work done to move Q0 from A to B will be equal to 0. Okay, consider the second property of equipotential surface, that electric field is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Now, in order to understand this property, consider the equipotential surface and 2 points A and B drawn on the equipotential surface. Here, the equipotential surface is drawn in the electric field E. Now, if I am drawing the position vector of B with respect to A, then it will be lying over the equipotential surface, and consider it as a R. So E dot R is equal to delta V, we know. So E dot R dot cos theta is equal to VB minus VA. As you know that here the position vector is between A and B, so the potential difference between A point and B point will be VB minus VA. As you know that B and A, both the points are on the equipotential surfaces, so that potential value will be equal, hence the difference will be equal to 0. So E cannot be 0, R cannot be 0, so cos theta has to be equal to 0. As you know that cos theta 0, that implies that theta is equal to pi by 2. As you know that here that theta is the angle between electric field and R, as you can see here this figure. So I can say that the electric field is perpendicular to the R, but you know that the R vector is drawn over the surface, equipotential surface, so that's why electric field is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Now let us understand next property of equipotential surface. Equipotential surfaces shows region of strong and weak electric field. How? Consider these two equipotential surfaces whose potential is V and whose potential is V plus dV. These two equipotential surfaces are separated by the distance dr. Now the difference between the potential values of two surfaces is dV. So A is equal to minus dV by dr. This is well known equation which we have you might have studied in the early part of the chapter. So dr is equal to minus dV by E. So for a constant value of dV, dr is proportional to 1 by E. That means that if electric field is strong or electric field value is large, the value of dr will be small. Now what is dr? Dr is the distance between two equipotential surfaces. So if dr will be small, so the separation of two equipotential surfaces will be smaller. That means that equipotential surfaces are closer in the region of strong electric field. Here you know that E is large means E is strong, so that's why in the region of strong electric field the equipotential surfaces are drawn smaller. And you might have observed in the previous drawing that region between the two charges in the dipole, okay, whenever the positive charge is there, negative charge is there, in between region the equipotential surfaces are closer with respect to each other, and that shows the strong electric field region. Now on other hand, the equipotential surfaces are farther apart in the region of weak electric field. This you might have observed in the drawing of the equipotential surface between two like charges. Okay, so the region between two like charges, electric field is small, less. Okay, so the separation between the two equipotential surfaces will be farther apart. Okay. Next property is that two equipotential surfaces cannot intersect. Consider the two equipotential surfaces and then intersection. This equipotential surface has a potential value V1, this has a V2. If they are intersecting, then the intersection is shown by this red dotted line. So on each and every point on red dotted line there has to be two potential, and if two potential at the same position, it cannot be possible. It can show V1 is equal to V2. Again, since V1 and V2 are different from each other, their values are different from each other, so this kind of condition on the red line will not be possible. So if they do, then at the point of intersection there will be two values of electric potential at same point. Okay, and this is not possible in day-to-day life. Okay, so if you haven't liked the video, just like it, share this video with your friend. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell icon. In this tough time, wash your hands, stay safe, wear your mask, and let us meet in the next video.